I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but we still have an NFL season to finish playing, even amidst tragedy. And that leaves us with one very important question to ask for the Dallas Cowboys. What's next? What are you guys going to do? How is the rest of this season that now looks very insignificant in the grand scheme of things? How is the rest of the season going to play itself out? Because the very sad truth of all things is life continues to move forward, even when we are not here anymore, y'all. So we have to continue to look at the prospects of this team, what some of the implications of the remainder of this season and how this team can approach it. And if we actually have a chance to make the playoffs, we're going to take a look at how, the where, the when, and the who's needs to lose in order for us to do so. Let's get right into it, and be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular, just like this. Man, shut your up. All right, so the first question that we have to answer here is, what's next for the Cowboys? How are they going to move forward? How is the team going to respond? Yes, we understand, man. Football is so minuscule at the end of the day as it pertains to just life and the grand scheme of life. But we are all here to lose ourselves in this beautiful sport that we all enjoy. And we still have to talk about what the prospects of our team are, right? Now, Tommy Yards reported that the Cowboys held an extremely impactful, extremely emotional team meeting today for the first time in person since Marshawn Kneeland's passing. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer got high marks from Thomas for how he handled it. Quote, extremely proud of Coach Brian Schottenheimer for how he conducted today. Just bringing therapists in the building, that's very good. Bringing people who we needed in the building and just letting us be our true emotions. Giving us a safe place to let everyone know what's going on inside. I haven't been around a program that's done something like that before. And it's a testament to Schottenheimer and his love for us because we needed that today. We needed a day just to be human and to cry and to let everyone know how we felt. Extremely draining and hard day. Hard for everyone involved. Hard for everyone who loved Marshawn. So it just meant a lot for Schottenheimer to conduct a day like that. And I think that this rings very, very genuine, and it rings very true because remember, even myself, someone who's a huge supporter of Brian Schottenheimer, still, I have been critical of things that need to be critical of, but even myself have kind of noticed that he's very much so leaning towards the players coach side of things, and his actions here are just consistent with that, man. Brian Schottenheimer genuinely cares about his guys. Brian Schottenheimer genuinely seems to really just get it as it pertains to human-to-human interaction and interpersonal relationships. He seems to just get it, right? And I'm hoping, again, it's very minuscule, very small in the grand scheme of things. But I'm just hoping that something this tragic can be a rallying point, not only for the team, but for the fan base, for just everyone involved with the Dallas Cowboys as an organization and brand. I'm hoping that this situation can truly be a rallying point. Not that we're going to place a Super Bowl victory on the heels of something that tragic, but we're going to say that I'm hoping that this kind of just puts everything in perspective, puts all the guys' attention back in the right place, and kind of just grounds everyone again, right? It gets people back on the same page and like, hey, y'all, let's talk this thing out. Let's really keep it real with each other. Let's have some very blatantly hard moments of truth with each other. And let's just bear it all to each other on a human level. And hopefully this brings the team closer together. And we can see that kind of translate to on-field play, right? Because one of the biggest things have been communication and just the continuity of the defense and everything like that. So I'm hoping that something like this, man, is distasteful as it seems to care about the outcome of a football game or football season right now. We still do have to talk about it because that is what this channel is here for at the end of the day, y'all. And that's what I'm here for at the end of the day. I'm hoping that this is something that kind of spurs our team to play more inspired football, not to win every single game for the rest of the season, not to become, this all-time great outfit and finish this storybook season. And you know what? Keeping it real, this would be a made-for-TV type of season if the Cowboys could going to this season, hiring a brand new head coach, bringing in a new system, changing over their entire new coaching staff, changing over majority of the roster, trading for somebody like a George Pickens, having a really good draft this season, trading away Micah Parsons, the team struggling extremely badly in the first half of the season, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But there's still a lot of hope there. So guess what? We go out and trade for Quentin Williams or Logan Wilson. And then tragedy strikes just days after this happens. And man, could you imagine the movies and the storybooks that would be written if the Cowboys could somehow parlay this entire season, just everything leading up to this moment, if they could somehow parlay this into a successful year in some regard, even if that doesn't mean winning the Super Bowl, making the playoffs, winning a playoff game, hell, winning 2 playoff games. We're talking crazy now, right? Because we're going to have to talk crazy to truly believe that the Cowboys have an opportunity to do something else, right? And that's why we have to ask the question, what's next for this team when we take a look at the NFL standings? The NFC side of things, the Philadelphia Eagles are the 1 seed, the Seahawks are the 2 seed, the Lions are the 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the 4, the Rams are the 5, Bears are the 6, and the Packers have the final wild card spot right now as things stand at that 7 seed. Now, the Cowboys only have 4 teams between them and that 7 seed in the wild card, and they only have 2 losses separating them and that 7 seed in the wild card. Remember, the Packers still have to play the Bears, the Lions, and I think the Vikings again this season, y'all. So it's like, it's not guaranteed that the Packers make the playoffs. It's not guaranteed that the Bears make the playoffs because they have to play the same type of schedule. It's not guaranteed that the Lions end up where they are. So I think one of those NFC North teams ends up dropping off. As it pertains to who comes in and kind of takes that place, the Cowboys honestly have a really interesting opportunity here. If we take a look at the remaining of the Cowboys schedule, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. That could get us to 4-5-1. We have the Philadelphia Eagles. We usually split those games. So if we split that game somehow, even though Philly looks really good, we split that game somehow because the defense plays so much better because Quentin Williams is here. We're going to kind of talk about the defensive line in just a second. We split that game. We're 5-5-1. Philly, over that same span, right? They just beat Green Bay. They're 7-2. They have Detroit next. They could easily be 7-3 after that. And if we beat them, they'd be 7-4. That would leave us at 5-5-1. That would leave us roughly just a game and a half essentially back of Philly for the division. And what you will be hoping for Philly is they lose the games to Chicago or the Chargers or the Bills. And those are the 3 games that you're really looking at for the Eagles where you're like, hey, they could potentially end up dropping this game. Chicago, Chargers, Bills. You're hoping they lose a couple of those games, if not all 3 of those games, for you to have a realistic opportunity to win the division. I think if Green Bay would have beat Philly, then your prospects of actually having a chance to still pull the division out would have looked a lot better. But as it stands right now, the Cowboys are still second in the division with a chance at the division very much so within reach if they can win this week against the Raiders and then backdoor win next week against the Eagles. Things will get very, very interesting for that final 5 or so games of the season, y'all. So I would definitely keep an eye on that. And again, they do play Detroit. They play Detroit soon as well. So you're looking at Detroit, Chicago, the Chargers, the Bills. Very, very losable games right there for the Eagles. And the Cowboys, they have a somewhat similar schedule as it pertains to just how difficult the schedule gets on the back half of that. You got Kansas City, Detroit, and the Chargers. So the same 3 teams the Eagles have, the same 3 teams the Cowboys have. So what I am saying by bringing this up is the Cowboys not only have a chance to win a division, they still have a reasonable chance to make the wild card. Because what's something else that you just noticed is I went down just those 2 schedules, Detroit and Minnesota are both right there. And those both are teams that are competing for a wild card spot and may be kind of shifted ahead of the Cowboys right now as it pertains to that wild card positioning. Chicago Bears, look at their schedule to end the season now. They have Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philly, Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Francisco, and Detroit again. So holy crap, Chicago may mess around and not even make the playoffs. They may completely fall out of the playoff picture. So there is an opportunity. I know as Cowboys fans, we get caught up just looking in our own little universe. There is an opportunity for this team to still do something very, very inspiring this season off the heels of tragedy. And just with the additions that the Cowboys made, just strictly off the additions, you just added Quentin Williams, and you just added Logan Wilson. You just added 2 starting quality players to your defense. In addition to this, you are likely going to be getting Donovan Wilson back. That's a starting safety coming back. And regardless of how we feel about it, bro. Hey, man, regardless of how we feel about it, I'd rather have a starting quality NFL safety out there, even if he's a bad starting quality safety, than a practice squad guy out there any day of the week, right? Then you have other guys starting to come back from that injured reserve list. Savone Rebel and some of these other boys. Things could get very interesting for the Cowboys, and I think that with this roster, with this stuff, how this coaching staff, this head coach, how everyone is handling things, I think that this gives the Cowboys a serious chance to surprise some people to end this season out. But either way, let me know what y'all think is next for the Cowboys. Do you think it's worth it for them to try to win? And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. There's no such thing as just laying down and quitting in the middle of the season, especially after what just happened. They're not going to quit a damn thing. So y'all can go ahead and miss me with that too. I ain't going to lie to you. Y'all can miss me with, man, go post. They need to quit and tank. Y'all go post that on one of the Draft Guys channel. Cause I know Draft Guys are ready to get to draft content because that's when their opinions become relevant. But, bruh, no, sir. We still trying to win this thing. And how? Them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.